Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I had this thrifted book that I purchased at the thrift store. I have just been painting in it and painting on it. I have really enjoyed it. I am going to show you today how I decorated this cover. Easy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do it a little bit different, and I'm going to do on the back. So this is just an old Reader's Digest book that I picked up, and it's got, it's got like several titles in it. They were a dime a dozen, and they're like 10 cents at the thrift store. Or you can find them at yard sales too. Basically what I did is I made a background, and I used a couple stamps. I'm going to use, I didn't want the background to be, I didn't want it to stand out a lot. So I didn't use black, but I did use sepia on that. So I'm just going to ink up this stamps, and I've just got these archival ink stamps from Ranger. I've had them forever. I'm just going to ink that up. Might have to do it twice. And I just go down from the top and stamp it. And it doesn't even matter if it's perfect. Doesn't even matter. So it's just a faded background. This is a stamp I picked up, I think from Hobby Lobby or Joann's. It says Stampabilities on it. Push it down. Maybe get a better impression. Maybe even just kind of go like that. Get some more. Put it right here. Maybe some more on this side. And put it right here. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're just making a background. Okay, so enough of that. So in the next one, I'm taking this archival so I can have a good outline. And I just picked up a different stamp. This one's same. It's just a flower that I picked up at Hobby Lobby or a big box store. Maybe Michael's. Maybe Joann's. I went in there and looked the other day, and they've cut down on their art supplies. I feel really unfortunate that we can't go and look at art supplies anymore. I'm just going to center that, just eyeball it. The good art stores of long ago, I'm afraid that they're not going to come back. I always love to go to the art store, the real art store. Okay, so I've got that. Now I've got some designer gouache here, and I've got Winsor & Newton. I've got Daniel Smith gouache coming on the way, so I am excited about that. We're just going to give that a quick shot with the blow dryer. I'm going to go from light to dark. What did I do over here? I went from dark to light, so I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to go from dark, and I'm going to start with a little bit of yellow ochre. Now, I would do this with watercolor, but it's not going to stick. These Winsor & Newtons are having binder separation. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I'm just going to try to, let me zoom in. Maybe you can see. I don't like it when paints do this, and sometimes Daniel Smith does this too. But I'm just going to stir that up. I don't like it, but it is what it is. I've had these for a long time. Gouache here, and I'm just going to use it straight. I'm not going to mix it with water because I want it to be rather opaque. And I basically am just going to color. I'm really enjoying coloring or painting in these thrifted books. And I think they can be nice coffee table books. If you want to leave some blue peeking through, that's cool too. I'm using a golden taklon brush. I tend to with gouache just because I want a little bit more control and a little less water. Faux squirrel or something like that will hold more water. Now that we've got those petals filled in, we'll let them dry, and we'll come back or let's go ahead and make some green. Let's see, this is ultramarine and this is primary blue. Let's use primary blue. Well, that one didn't separate. And let's put out a red. It's primary red. Okay, so I've only got primary blue, primary yellow, primary red, white, and yellow ochre. I wanted to get that yellow ochre down as a dark. I'm going to do this one a little bit different and make the center white. I think that'll be cool. Let's see. We probably need to take the hairdryer to that. Let's go ahead and make a green. Maybe by the time we do a green. Okay. Get some white in there. Brighten that up a little bit. And maybe a teeny tiny bit of red. Hey everybody, Virtual Denise here. As I was watching back this part of the footage, I realized that I went silent during my mixing process. I don't work in gouache that much, so I was having trouble with my values. Quick tip on a way to check your values is to take a picture of it with your phone and turn it to black and white, and then you can clearly see if you have all three values: lights, midtones, and darks. It is tricky when you use another medium if you're not used to painting with it. So here I am adding the final highlights, and I am getting to the point where I'm going to move on to the other elements. And then I figured out that I'm missing the last little piece of details on this, but we'll continue. Okay, so there's the finished product. I took a couple little stamps. I took this little grass stamp and stamped down there, and then took some gouache. So here's the finished product. So I took a little butterfly stamp, and I took this little snail stamp. I got these at a kit, I think at Joann's a long time ago. They've been in my stash, so search your stash. This Winsor & Newton gouache, I'm on the fence about it. I got some Daniel Smith gouache coming. I don't know if it's because I'm not used to working with gouache, or if it's, you know, I just don't know if I don't like it, or I just don't know how to use it that well. So this one I don't think turned out as well as this one. I really like this one. I put the brown centers in there. So, you know, hey, but it looks cute, and I put a little snail down there and a little butterfly down there, and just layered up my gouache from dark to light. And then I took a Sharpie and made little dots because I couldn't get my gouache thin enough or something. It just kept globbing up. I think it's my inexperience with gouache. So I will leave that at that. I will link some similar items below in the description. They're affiliate links with Amazon, no cost to you. But I'll look for some things that could work on this, because really when you have the outline, it really is easy just to color in, you know. And these are cute little stamps. They're for spring or for summer, for flowers. So I'll link some products below that could be possibilities. And thanks for joining me, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.